First fact. I see people in this world as being different shoe sizes, different haircuts and different smells. Not as just one of two sexes. I am on a hard solo mission for now to bring together people in harmony, but I must go with my own heart and gut and find my corner. That's what I wrote down on this piece of paper for my first fact of myself, which isn't really a fact of myself. I'm not very good at this, so just bear with me. Second fact, my friends and family and the people I make smile and who make me smile are a large percentage of what keeps me alive. As a young kid, I was always out of control, violent, shouting and being bullied, and also bullying younger people than myself, smaller people. As a teen, I never could have imagined sleeping with as many girls as I have. I rarely went to school, mitched off, and went into Dublin City and went to the environmental office, basically, of information, and got information. Fact about me, these are not my own. Yes, I've just made these now. Yeah, see that I'm talking to all of you, I thought you'd have a bit of laugh, you know, if I had a set of knockers. Yeah. So, what else? I'm in a silly mood at the moment, so excuse me. I used to steal money and sweets when I was a kid, sweets in shops and stuff like that in supermarkets. Only sweets and chocolate. I only ate sugar. I suppose that leads me on to why I was hyperactive, and I went on all sorts of diets, like candida diets, and I was much better off sugar, yeah, well, looking back, I realised I was asking for trouble because I felt unaccepted, you know, when I was a kid, being bullied all the time and being told I was nothing and no use and blah blah blah. So that has actually followed on through life for me. You know, that it's difficult. I feel that I have to prove myself sometimes. So getting verbally told I was unacceptable made me feel normal when I got caught for stealing the money or the sweets or stuff like that, you know, or when I mitched off school, didn't go to school, you know, got detention and stuff. Family and friends and strangers I just met have helped me a hell of a lot. So thank you all to anybody who's met me in my life, because there are actually you could count yourselves and you would be at least 1 million people. I've spoken to so many people and met a lot of people, and I've forgotten all your names. That's another fact of me. I forget names. I meet so many people that I forget their names, but they all know my name, and it's very embarrassing, and it can be insulting for them. But if they could understand that I have a bad memory for names and circumstances and what happened, and films, I forget films as well. I can, I will put this in as a fact, that yeah, a lot of people thought that I was smoking marijuana when I was in my teenage years. I didn't smoke marijuana till I was 19, and before that I was absolutely just off my tree, you know, just naturally, because I wasn't going through puberty properly. That's a fact. I didn't go through puberty at the normal age at all. I went through puberty in my mid-20s. So, third fact. Well, let's say this. I wanted to say, on another side of the page, I wanted to say, yes, I'm not a computer whiz kid. I can't edit, you know, because of my computer is so bad, and also just I haven't a clue about how things work. I haven't a clue how to get from A to D by going through B and C. I don't know what B and C is. I was vegetarian then pescatarian, and now I'm an occasional carnivore, omnivore, whatever the thing is that you eat meat and vegetables and everything, and you have a balanced diet. But you don't need to eat meat to have a balanced diet. But I just did, and I won't go into that right now. I'm a procrastinator, sensitive and caring. They're not related, but that's just the sentence. I'm also dealing with an ulcer in my stomach at the moment, like gut fermentation. So I'm rather bloated at the moment, and people are calling me fat. Yes, I don't know what point we're on now, but these are just a few points. I'm not going to be able to keep it to 5. I know that's the rules, but I can't seem to do that. I feel I'm balanced and not balanced. Hormonally, you know, when I'm off testosterone, like the moment, I actually feel pretty good in myself, but I didn't when I was younger, and maybe that was just because of the teenage years and getting all the crap, you know. But also, when I am balanced with hormones, with testosterone, I've had a great 10, 12 years on the stuff. Really had a great time. Now, here's the thing about being balanced and not being balanced. I don't want to be famous, but I do want to have money, and I don't think that can go together, because I'm a musician, you know. I'm a musician, entertainer, and dramatic personality. Not so dramatic, as I keep saying on YouTube, because I'm talking to myself here in my room alone to a round object on top of a computer screen. I mean, that is not having a conversation, you know. So I'm not myself on YouTube. And most, if not all, friends know I'm not very responsible with money and paying bills, but I pay for things other ways, and that is just something like Atlantis. You're just going to have to believe in that, you know, because I'm telling you that's the reality. Yeah, I do get away with murder. Like, didn't pay my rent for 3 months there. They sent me a letter that they wanted to kick me out. Tomorrow was the date, and I paid them yesterday, not the whole 3 months rent, but you know, I just end up get to pay it, you know. Now, where am I? I suppose another point is, if I see a dog, yeah, regardless of how vicious it looks, I will always try to give it a kiss, get licked by it, and never do I mind where their tongue has been before. I call all dogs Schnala Walla. All my friends know that. Schnala Walla or Schnala Walla. Yeah, and then just on a side point, though I like my girlfriend smelling better than me, but without perfume overdose and without layers of makeup. I don't really like girls with makeup and stuff. An absolute last point is that I would call myself an executive hippie. I don't like the word hippie, just as I don't like the word Nazi, because none of them really exist as the stereotype describes them. There are no Nazis. There are only Trazis, traditionalists, not nationalists. And I mean, in Germany, you know, the type of Nazi that we talk about is not the German Nazi. It's just an absolute asshole. And the type of hippie we talk about is somebody who tree hugging, vegetarian, wears no shoes, and whatever. You know, like, I am a hippie on many levels, but I'm me. And I'm happy that I've met so many of you out there who are like me too, and I think it's great that we can share our similarities and discuss things here on YouTube. So I'll go and tag 5 people then if this hasn't run over the time. Bye. Peace, party, love, life. Go for it.